Hello and welcome to our Illawarra Catholic Primary School Bring Your Own Device information video. My name is Amanda McCabe and I have been teaching in the BYOD program here at Illawarra since it began. I'm going to be sharing with you some information about our BYOD program, information about how our devices are used in the classroom, and information about the specifications of the device that your child will need to bring to school next year. The BYOD program enhances communication and collaboration between students and their peers and students and their teachers. It helps teachers to personalise learning for the different needs of the students in their class. When meeting the needs of the Australian Digital Technologies curriculum and the ICT general capabilities embedded in every learning area, the BYOD program gives us an anywhere, anytime approach to 21st century learning, bridging the gap between home and school. When teachers plan for learning experiences within their classroom, they choose different devices for different tasks. The device they choose might be pen and paper and workbooks. The device they choose might be pencils, crayons, paint and pens. The device they choose might be hands-on materials like games or money. Or it may be a digital tool like an iPad. Through the Catholic Education WA Leading Lights program, the children have access to the Office 365 platform. Children are asked to download the apps for Office 365 onto their device before bringing it to school. These programs can also be downloaded at home on up to 5 devices. Students work online on these programs as well as in the app versions. When the students come to Illawarra, they are given a CEWA school email address. When they come to school, we will log them into these apps using that email address. Please do not use any other email address to log into these apps. OneNote and OneDrive are two organisation tools from Office 365 that your child will learn to use at school. OneNote works like a file with file dividers. Children organise their files into subject areas. Teachers can use OneNote to give task instructions, and tasks can also be completed in OneNote. OneNote can be used for digital annotation and analysis of texts, and teachers can load differentiated tasks into individual student files to cater for student needs. OneDrive is a cloud storage app. Students are taught to use OneDrive and work in OneDrive so that they can access their work from anywhere, from home, from school, from their iPad or another computer. Students share their work digitally with their teacher or their peers to collaborate or submit their work. Microsoft Outlook and Microsoft Teams are two Office 365 apps that we use to enhance communication. Students are given a CEWA email address and they may use Outlook only for educational purposes for communicating with their teacher. Microsoft Teams is like a class message board. Teachers can share files through Teams, can set tasks through Teams, and students can ask questions through Teams. Microsoft Teams is for school-related use only. Having one-to-one devices through our BYOD program allows students to develop independent learning strategies and problem solving. Students have instant access to a world of useful information. Students use these resources through guided monitoring and guided access. There is no free time or playtime on devices. Students use their devices for guided educational activities only. Personal games and apps can be on the device, however, notifications are to be switched off throughout the school day. Office 365 programs like Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and OneNote allow students to collaborate on shared tasks. Students can write a script together, write a story together. They can share ideas all on the same page of what they saw or learnt at an excursion. Rich creation tasks allow students to apply their learning and their knowledge after the explicit teaching of skills and concepts. Children are taught to problem solve and choose the best tool for the task. Sometimes that involves using the device, and sometimes it doesn't. The apps and programs on the student devices gives teachers access to a variety of assessment tools. Students are able to show their understanding in a variety of ways. This has been enhanced by our use of Seesaw to communicate learning between home and school. Varied assessment types caters for different learning styles and abilities. Students who have trouble writing down their understanding are able to orally record it. Students who have trouble explaining their thinking can demonstrate their skills through a video or through speaking aloud. Teachers are also able to differentiate the assessment based on the needs of the students in their class. One of the most common questions we are asked is that because we have a BYOD program and we are integrating technology, does that mean that paper and pen is forgotten? Well, the answer to that is no. The choice of learning tool depends on the purpose of the task that we are doing. We're also asked what percentage of the time in class do children use their devices. This varies from day to day and from task to task, just like the use of a pencil, paper, a mini whiteboard, a workbook, physical learning games, outdoor learning, and hands-on activities. Our focus still remains on the explicit teaching and practice of basic skills like reading, writing, setting up a workbook, writing the date, writing a title, using punctuation, and we maintain high expectations in the presentation of work. Along with this video, you have also been given access to the Illawarra Catholic Primary School BYOD Handbook. Within that handbook is information about the program and answers to frequently asked questions. In that same document, there is a copy of the Illawarra Internet User Agreement. This is the document that we use with the students to outline acceptable and unacceptable use. Please read through this carefully with your child. Parents often ask us what security settings are needed to be put on their child's device. You are welcome to put whichever security settings you feel are needed for your family's circumstances. However, devices need to be workable throughout the school day. The apps on the apps list need to be downloaded and accessible at the start of the school year, and this list can be found on the school website. Students need to have access to the camera for a variety of educationally directed tasks. Students also need to be able to do an internet search. If you are putting time restrictions on your child's device, please be aware that we do use the device throughout the day. Students will log into all Office 365 apps with their own school email address at the beginning of the school year, and this email address is for teacher-directed use only. Parent restrictions are at your discretion. The most effective strategy of managing devices is to be involved and always have access to your child's device. If there are any problems with the device at our end, we will contact you. At the bottom of the screen, you can see links to 2 websites that can help with understanding restrictions and programs and apps that are on your child's device. The device required for the Illawarra Catholic Primary School BYOD program is an iPad Generation 6 or higher with a minimum of 32 gigabytes of storage. The reason it is Generation 6 or higher is because they are the iPads that are compatible with an Apple Pencil or Logitech Crayon. Students are asked to have a good protective cover for their device, a keyboard, and a padded bag to keep their device safe as it moves between the classroom and specialist subjects. We are fortunate to be working with CompNow, our school portal provider, where you can purchase the device and peripherals requested for our Illawarra BYOD program. CompNow representatives are happy to discuss the packages that they can offer, as well as payment options should you require them. Should you choose to purchase through CompNow, please use the separate flyer that was uploaded with this video, as that contains the most up-to-date pricing and the most up-to-date links for purchasing. Thank you for taking the time to listen to and watch this video, and also for taking the time to read through the Illawarra Catholic Primary School BYOD Information Handbook. We look forward to working with your child in our BYOD program. and working with them to gain the skills that they need to live in this 21st century world. Thank you.